Muppets have withheld the test of time. Despite their prominence in children's entertainment, these wacky, exaggerated characters have always found a way to relate and entertain all ages. They're a huge part of pop culture, often being included in memes, fashion, and even the world of fine art. Not only are Muppets great at doing a pack, but they provide great educational segues as well. Of course, it takes a slew of great minds to pull it off, and a team just as colorful as its cast. Let's take a look at how one man from a small island helped build some of the most famous faces in broadcast history. Michael Frith was born on the island of Bermuda in 1941. From a young age, Michael developed an interest in not only visual art, but also music and even theater. Michael would save up pennies to buy comics and magazines from Mrs. Birdie's used magazine shop down in Washington Lane. Using those, he created and practiced his own drawings. One year, Michael's uncle visiting from America brings back a gift. It's a Helicrafter radio kit. Michael's love for broadcast is born spending nights staying up late listening to American radio personalities. Inspired by comedian Stan Freberg, Frith would make his own puppets based on the wacky characters he had heard on his record, bringing them to life behind a cardboard television. Shortly after graduating Harvard in '63, Frith would join Random House, becoming head editor for the beginner book series spearheaded by Theodore Geisel, commonly known today as Dr. Seuss. The two would become good friends. When Random House began working on Sesame Street books in 1971, Frith was named editor and art director, releasing and contributing to 4 books. Do they look familiar? Impressed by Frith's illustrative work, Jim Henson asked if Michael could do design work for his Saturday Night Live segment, Life of Gorge. This would be Frith's first time designing Muppets, but they wouldn't stop there. Henson wants Frith to help him out with another project he's working on. The Muppet Show starts airing in the UK in 1976. It's a huge hit. Frith will contribute a great deal to the show's production, providing the design for characters such as Dr. Teeth, the Swedish Chef, and Fuzzy. After the success of The Muppet Show, Henson seeks to expand the Muppet universe. He recruits 3 artists to create a new show, capable of reaching a wider audience. Fraggle Rock aired in 1983. The series focused on a group of laid-back, carefree creatures called the Fraggles, who live amongst a natural cave system along with other groups of creatures like the hard-working Doozers and the Gorgs. If those caves look familiar to you, it's because they're inspired by one of Bermuda's biggest tourist attractions, the Crystal Caves. The 62-foot deep cave system is known for its formation of stalagmites and stalactites, reaching from floor and ceiling, discovered by 2 boys playing cricket. Michael's concept art, inspired by Crystal Caves, would end up being the building blocks to creating a home for the Fraggles. But that's not the only aspect of his life reflected in the show. Traveling Matt, the only Fraggle to leave the cave and explore the human world, known to the Fraggles as outer space, is based on Frith's own uncle, who gifted him the Helicrafter radio. Fraggle Rock would conclude on its 5th season, but would live on through spin-offs and of course, the eventual reboot, Fraggle Rock, Back to the Rock. In 1995, Frith would leave the Henson Company to start his own venture, along with a few Sesame Street alumni. Serious Thinking would release Between the Lions in the Millennium, an educational series aimed at teaching children ages 4 to 8 how to read. Frith, the executive producer, creative director, conceptual designer, and co-creator of the show, also lends his voice to some of the characters such as Spud, the potato detective. Between the Lions wins numerous awards and its first Emmy in 2001, only a year after its premiere. Returning annually, the show would end in 2010 with its 10th season. Michael and his wife Catherine Mullen, who worked as a puppeteer on The Henson Show, spent retirement touring with the charity organization No Strings, teaching children in need the importance of hygiene and safety tips niche to those locations. They even created a puppet to teach children to avoid minefields. Michael's involvement with multiple household names is proof that despite its small size, Bermuda's talent and impact on the world is undeniably immense. His story should also remind us that inspiration is closer than you think. So next time you're in a rut, maybe take a walk, look around, maybe visit Crystal Caves. You might just see a Fraggle.